Oh my gosh, you guys. This activity, I think, is my favorite activity out of everything in On Fire for Life. It's the activity for the soul. And in this, there's, so many things that I pulled from to get this first activity. I read an article once that talked about making a list of everything that you like about yourself. And I went back, I've tried to find that article, Googled every which way I can, and I can't find it. So I'm just going to tell you what I remember, which is basically that it was, you go through and talk about all the things that you like about yourself, and then, and it was like making a list of things. And then by the end of it, you cross it out like, and you put love, and it's everything you love about yourself. Well, working with students over the last, high school students over the last 12 years, I've come to realize that unfortunately not everyone can just quickly name off things that they love about themselves. And if you're in a really sort of dark place in your life, sometimes that's difficult to do as well, because you want to focus on all of the negative things instead of all of the positive and wonderful things about yourself. So if you would go to do this activity and you find that you're not able to talk about things that you like about yourself or come up with a list of things that you like or love about yourself, enlist someone in your life to help you. Let them know what you're doing. You know, I'm going through this activity, this series called On Fire for Life, and I'm really trying to learn more about who I am. Can you help me out by getting me started with 5 things that you really like about me? And y'all, I really want to encourage you not to focus on the physical things. I think it's important to recognize a couple of physical qualities about yourself, but more so about who you are, the person that you are. I love my strength. I love my courage. I love my excitement. I love that I love to dance, sing, and whistle. Do all of those things. So the activity asks you to actually make the list, I think, of 5 things. If you can come up with more. And hopefully by the end of the 9 weeks, you'll have a list of 20 or 30 things that you just love about yourself. But use this, especially if you struggle with negative self-talk, use this every day, sometimes 3 or 4 times a day. Cry going through the list if you have to, but really begin to believe and internalize these things. This, next to prayer, is amazing. It when you start, as you do this every day and it becomes repetitive for you, and you get in front of the mirror and you laugh and you smile and you let yourself cry if you have to cry, and you get angry sometimes because some of these things you're like, somebody took that away from me at some point, and you get angry about it. But give yourself the time you need to work through it, pick the list back up and keep on going through it. And like I said, do it 3 or 4 times a day until it just becomes, when a negative thought comes in, you can send it right out with a prayer and a positive I love about me statement. So I have mine on index cards, and I really would encourage you to do the same thing. Grab a couple of index cards and write down what I love about me at the top. And you can see mine are very well worn. They're very used. But they sit on my mirror in the bedroom, and I don't use them every day now. I use them probably 2 or 3 times a week, but it's partly because this stuff has become so much a part of me that when I do have any sort of negative thoughts coming in, I can pretty quickly push them right out. Every once in a while I get stuck, and just to make sure, for good measure, I do try to use these at least 2 to 3 times a week now. But there was a time in my life where I was using them 3, 4, 5, 6 times a day. And I talked about the crying, and I cried a whole lot. So just use these to help you get excited. Get excited about who you are and what you love about yourself. And I'll tell you guys that I do have, at the end, I love that I love God. I love that I was created in His image and that I am working to follow His divine plan. So all of these pieces make up who you are. So really try to dig deep and think a little bit more about all of those things that you love about yourself. And enlist people to help you if you need it. All right, guys, take care. Thank y'all so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week, and we will pick you up on week 2. Get strong.